Hello and welcome to The Takeaway with Tyra. Thank you for joining me today. Now, so that you don't miss out on any of my updates, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also like hearing from you, so go ahead and like and comment. My guests are always exciting and have great things to share with us. What I do on this show is I have one guest and I ask them one question. Then they get the floor. So here we go. So thank you for joining me today at The Takeaway. And I am super excited because I have a lovely guest, Wanda Woodward. Hi, Wanda. Nice to see you here.
Hi, Tyra. Thank you for having me. Hello.
I'm happy to have you. You know, folks, Wanda is a newbie with the ONPASSIVE community. She is a founding member with ONPASSIVE since just this spring. And she's also a blogger and she's an online marketer. So her and I connected just a little while ago, and I was really excited about some of the things I read as that she had posted in her blog because it resonated with me, and I've heard it before and I absolutely love the saying. And it's the old saying, the goose that lays the golden egg. And I'm sure you've heard that one before. So Wanda, I want to know, how can you take that saying and tie it into ONPASSIVE that you can relate? Because you have talked about that often. So take it away, Wanda.
Well, thank you, Tyra. That expression, believe it or not, welled up, came out of my mouth when I realized what ONPASSIVE was.
Oh.
And believe it or not, when I shared it with one of my best long-term friends, I called her on the phone. I said, Angela, you're not going to believe it. And she was like, what's wrong with you? You know, like thinking it was something, didn't know what to expect. I said, I found it. She said, calm down. Found what? I said, I found the goose that laid the golden egg. She was like, what? I said, I found it. So she's been, a sidekick of mine for more than 20 years. So she's seen me in and out of online businesses, multi-level marketing, et cetera. And, we know the story. So I won't even go into the story. So for me to call with that kind of excitement, she was just like, oh my goodness, what could it be now? And yet she was enticed by my excitement.
Sure.
So like you say, when you hear the goose that laid the golden egg, it's something that sounds like a fairy tale.
Yes.
But evidently there's gold in them there heels.
Oh, indeed. I love it. That is really something.
Yeah. So basically how I tied that with ONPASSIVE, and especially now I have more conviction about ONPASSIVE being a goose that lays a golden egg, even more so today than back in late May, because of the structure of ONPASSIVE.
Right.
Yes, ONPASSIVE itself is a separate entity. You could consider it as the goose. Okay. All right. And what it is producing, we'll call the products.
Yes.
And the products are golden, just like the goose. The eggs were eggs. Eggs are eggs. I mean, goose, they lay eggs. And so it is a separate entity, and it produces a product that's golden in its own right. So even though existing products are there's different kinds of eggs, ostrich eggs, quail eggs, the little ones, they're eggs.
Right.
But different eggs have a different flavor, a different taste, and they're prepared different ways. Yeah. And truly, that's ONPASSIVE. And being a founder is like being one of the family members that goes out, identifies the goose as being different than other fowl, recognizing that the eggs have more potential than the chicken egg, and you decide that, yes, this is valuable. So I'm going to get one of these eggs, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and get another and get another and get another. So on passive is the goose. The goose is separate from the eggs once the eggs are laid, and we founders are the gatherers of the eggs, and we're the sharer of the eggs, and they are truly golden.
Wow. So you see the golden eggs, the goose that laid the golden eggs. You see that. I know in our community, we often speak about founders being able to share, being in the profit sharing of all that the company is going to bring in. And we often refer to that as apples. But here you're referring to those golden eggs as those apples, are you not? Is that how
that is absolutely correct. And when you possess, like in the story, and even now, when you possess a thing of value, it has its own value, and then it changes your position and status as the owner of that.
Right.
So on passive is very important. We don't want to be like the spinoff fables about the goose and the moral story where you get greedy and you go and kill the goose thinking there's more inside. We know better than that.
No.
We want to keep our goose nice and safe. And as founders, we protect our goose,
Yes.
and we know as founders how we do that. We can't share that right now, but as founders, we know how we protect our goose. But in the process, we are changing because we are, the gatherers of the apples and the eggs. And that is making us rich in a non-materialistic way first.
Right.
Yeah. And we share what we have. And, the more we do that, it seems like the more our goose is going to be kicking out eggs. Isn't that something?
Well, and you brought up such a good point at the beginning. When you discovered ONPASSIVE, your first reaction wasn't to hold it to yourself, even though you didn't know everything about the company. Your first reaction was to share it with your bestie, because you saw you had something. And isn't that part of what this community is about? People are so excited about the freedom that ONPASSIVE is going to bring, because you're a marketer, you work online, you understand the, how can I say, the struggle that we have in getting leads and getting customers in all of these things. So we want to share because we know it's going to help people, right?
Oh, yes. That's one thing about being a founder. Initially, as you say, you're just overwhelmed. And of course, we're in it to change our personal condition, if you will, and alleviate pressures that comes with whatever our work may be, whether it's online or not.
Right.
But then as the concept and idea, as you internalize that, that's when you truly become a founder in its right. Like I said, when I realized what I had, that the change started with me, and it was like, oh no, this is something almost like, if it can help me, if I can change, all the people I love, it can change people I don't know. I mean, I remember when I used to be a waitress at Waffle House, and I was telling my girlfriend today that, these business cards that I've just had done, I said, when I'm out and about, you see people working hard. I said, no, the tradition is to give them a tip and compliment them. Why don't you validate them and say, I really see something in the quality of the service you gave me. So I want to give you something. And the thing that, my business card doesn't have pictures of me, it has QR codes. And it says, leaders, are you a hidden leader? Is this something in you? If so, check this out, but you want to help people with it, because our goose is not prejudiced.
Right.
A goose is just producing, like, you know, like you see that cartoon where the eggs and the goose gets higher and higher because the eggs are just too much to do. That's our goose, you know. So yeah, you want to find a way, you know, you want to have some grass to grow something else besides eggs. So you need to disperse the eggs so there's room for more, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, that's such an amazing analogy. And Wanda, you also brought up about referring to kind of the eggs being products and stuff. So folks, I just want to let you know that if you've never heard about ONPASSIVE, and this is the first time that you're hearing this, I want to encourage you, once we're done here, to head over to onpassive.com, and there you're going to find our company website. And you will see information about our CEO, Ash Mufara. You will see information about our locations, all our products. And I mean, we're only showing a portion of them. You know, each of us in the company, as with any mega tech company, have signed an NDA. So there's certain things we can say publicly, but most of it at this point, because we haven't launched publicly, are just privy to us as founders. And so we're building right now groups of people that are interested in being founding members in this company. So I want to encourage you to reach out to Wanda or myself, and we will most definitely help you get in on this. The goose is laying the golden egg. So just in closing and wrapping up, I'm just wondering, do you have anything you want to say to people that either haven't, as I said, haven't maybe heard of ONPASSIVE, or maybe have, but they're kind of like, well, I'll wait and see till they launch, you know? So share some information with us, would you?
Yes, as I just mentioned before, you know, our company, um, and our goose, if you will, is really a new concept and a new idea in business. And the reason that it's new is because it's gone back to the early days of where people make the business, people make the product, people provide the service. And ONPASSIVE is truly a goose that laid the golden egg, because up until now it's been a fable, Aesop's fable. But there has been something that has materialized over the last 3 years. It looks like a company. It seems like it might do what other companies have done in the past. Yes, it has employees and buildings and a compensation plan. And that's about the end of the comparison. Because this is not a goose from Canada, okay? So it's not going to lay those kinds of eggs. It's specifically designed to be a people-based organization, not just a moneymaker, an organization that's going to provide for the likes of everyday people like Tyra and myself. So if nothing else, you know, give ONPASSIVE the benefit of the doubt and go take a serious look. And if you are looking and waiting to see what happens when we launch, our own founders internally have been told to get ready. Get ready. So I'm going to admonish all of you who are listening to also get ready. If you're saying, when I see something, I'm going to do it, and I'm telling you now, go ahead and get ready, because you're going to see something. It's going to go very fast. You don't want to be, I wouldn't want to be somebody who says when they see some marketing, I've heard of them. Where is that card? Where's that email? Who is that person who told me about it? Come and be a part of the foundation of something that has never happened before, and it probably won't happen again. It's worth the look. And after you look seriously, it'll be worth the action.
Yes.
So please come and see what we're about. And if you're moved in any sense, even if you were moved just to watch, you've moved before, take the extra step, take the gamble if you want to call it a gamble, take the risk if you want to call it the risk. This is one time that I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda. You don't want to have it in your vocabulary.
You got that right, Wanda. You know, and I've heard the saying, you know, people are saying, well, I'm going to wait and see when ONPASSIVE launches. But why not get in and wait? Because then you've got a position secured in a multi-billion-dollar tech company. And I mean, folks, if you know anything about technology, my goodness, the apples or the golden eggs are the ones that are online, because people are moving online left, right, and center. So Wanda, this has been such a pleasure. I absolutely love the analogy you gave, because when you give a connection like that, it really sticks in people's minds. And this is no exception at all. I really
Thank you,
love it.
Tara. And I want to say one more thing. I know we're on a time schedule, and that is that most leaders in the world are not acknowledged. They're not recognized. And it's something that's in people's heart, the desire to make a difference in someone's life, including your own family. If you're a single parent, I was a single parent. So if you're a single parent, if you're taking care of your elderly parents, if you're struggling because your own health is bad, and what you wish you could do, you can't because of your circumstances, ONPASSIVE has you at heart.
Yes.
This company isn't about rich people. So if you're one of those and you only have a little, but you have the heart and the spirit to do more, if you had the circumstances, ONPASSIVE wants to give you the environment and the circumstance to do that. So talk to Tyra or myself, look at some of the videos, come and receive a gift. That's what I'm going to tell you it is. It's a gift. All right. It's a gift. What's inside is practically free. Pay for the wrapping.
Yeah.
Okay. Pay for the bowl, pay for the ribbon, but the gift inside is free. So what ONPASSIVE has is for you and you and you and you. So please come.
I love it. Wanda, that is fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me today. And folks, once again, I so appreciate you joining us. And be sure you check out onpassive.com and read all about, we have blogs there, we have information, we have testimonials. Like, it's just, there's nowhere you can't look already that you're not going to find ONPASSIVE. So do your due diligence and come join us. We have a 30-day money back guarantee anyway, so there's absolutely nothing to lose. So once again, everyone, thank you very much. Wanda, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for joining me today. That was wonderful.
Thank you too. It was great. And hopefully we'll be able to do it again on the other side.
Yes, indeed. See you, everyone. Thanks for joining us at The Takeaway.
Bye-bye.